see the grab come down early.
Carpe let someone go straight away. Blase there was the one that actually got charged up against the wall. Fusion's so low. The Philadelphia Fusion now, that fight, honestly, pretty cheaply won for them. Rally, grab used. Got a shadow rely on in the next fight.
About letting them farm for it, or getting hit with a big biotic grenade.
Sound barrier here. It's gonna go a long way for the Philly Fusion. And Poco, oh, Blase! Oh, he drops in for 3. And the Fusion there, look, I mean, they had the sound barrier that helped him at the start of the fight, but Boston, all they had to do was nano boost Blase and send him in there. That is that a fight you capacity to turn around and do something about it? Sato, wild charging on towards the point. He'll be knocked back. Carpe at an off angle, looks very charged up, but Blase be chill, and he said, feel free, step onto the point, step into my house of horrors.
I mean, this is where teams, like a lot of the times, you'll see them run like the Winston version of the 3-3 when they're having some of these damage deals.
Gets out very quickly as soon as he sees the Zaya bubble being expended, which is a good sign. It means the Fusions can get aggressive on Sato, but the Philadelphia Fusion take the fight to him. It's a 1-for-1 trade. This time Boombox is actually the first support down, and Sato will be removed. The healing cut drastically. A 2-for-2 trade though, and now in a 4v4, RCK gets a 3-player EMP. And there it is, set up on the point there. Blase causing so much chaos, and the Philadelphia Fusion was stunned, literally and figuratively. Poco hacked, desuited. That's gonna get tough now. Color Hex, a bit more potential to do damage now, and Poco obviously getting removed after the desuit.
I mean, now it's just on Sato.
He can't get to Color Hex.
Yeah.
He's used 2 rocket jumps to try and reach Color Hex. He's just grappled away.
And if he doesn't get the color hex, then what? They just stand on the point and just get picked off. Like,
where is Poco during all this?
Poco gets demexed and he gets killed at the beginning, so they don't have Poco in this scenario.
So that then all that can be done. Sato has to chase down the DPS on his own without his diva. Yeah, it's not nice. But Neptuno's going to come in with a sound barrier here. Fusions is knocked off course, and Sato's taking a lot of damage, but still able to displace somewhat through this primal rage. Sato is taken down eventually, though, and the Philly Fusion have to duel with 5. Rally is active currently from EQO, but they're being shunted off the point. Poco's trying to harass the Boston Uprising from behind, but Color Hex just turns around and says, hey, this 80 charge, it's all yours. Just pummels it into the Diva mech. EQO, well, if EQO is getting his Aya bubble, you know things are getting pretty desperate now. Carpe trying to push forward. He managed to get Blase, but they lost Sato for a second time in this fight. Now a Transcendence on the point means that the Boston Uprising really have everything they need. Credit to Carpe. He waits out the Transcendence, then goes for the grab, but RCK has another EMP, but it doesn't matter. Lost Fusions, Carpe traded out. There is the recovery from Philly. Say what you like about this composition from Philly, but it is robust. The 3. Boombox, though, hasn't gone back to spawn yet. He hasn't switched, so we'll see how this plays out here. Sato trying to block down one. EQO, Boombox, Carpe getting stunned up by the Brig of Blase, and that's rough. Sato definitely needed to get an earlier shatter, but he was playing more reactively, and it looks like it's cost the Fusion now. Neptuno will be finally focused down on the point. The Boston Uprising do finish the map. Definitely a sense of relief there as they were forced off the Sombra comp.
Well, when Philly used the nano boost, like sustain on this high ground, with the Orisa, the Diva, the Bastion as well, they want to push out and try and get some of these picks to get the trades off. As they're able to connect with Boombox, so now you don't have that on kill. It's going to be a primal rage from Sato. They're finally able to deal with the Widow.
They spent so much on him. Kalex's already got given a solo biotic grenade from Persia to keep him alive. And it's worked out. The dive looked good. Sato managed to access that Widow and pick it off.
I think Persia nano boosted Kelex there as Kelex was about to die. And now they don't have the nano. I mean, maybe
they get hit by EMP properly, they are toast.
Carpe's coming in.
There it is.
There it is. Nano Blade. Boom.
So they only get Blase infusions, and Kelex is still able to get an immortality field out there, but there's plenty of Dragon Blade left to go around, and EQO gets Persia infusions. Now to chase down RCK, and it really seems like an open and shut case there. Boston Uprising didn't seem like they have the ultimates to contest with that. The immortality field was a temporary solution, but no permanence about it whatsoever. Fusions can't touch the point.
Yeah, and the self-destruct from Poco there just to deter if anyone would have came to the point.
I wonder where Neptuno was, because at that time, EQO was actually on the ground.
He was over by the point near the ground.
Yeah, so, I mean, when he's on the ground, that means Neptuno can't really stay airborne for much longer either. He probably had to touch down himself. Big pick off for the Boston Uprising, and Philly now just have to wait. Look for a pick set up, try and at least prevent the point getting taken in its entirety, but they're having that opportunity taken away from them now. Fusions delving deep, as was RCK. He'll go down to Carpe, but it's too risky for RCK goes one. There are 10 people in this game. who can't use their abilities. Okay, EQO take it down. I guess Boston just had the better EMP because they came second. They will clean up here in Philly. It's all fall apart. The look on Boombox's face right now as well, resigned to the fact that they're going to have to go again. Sitting on the point now, it will be EQO to step up. Stunned off the point, not happening. And the Boston Uprising.
It's not enough on the defensive side.
Well, the Hex, he's in danger. Trying to get away, but no, he's not going to make it. Poco will be able to finish him off. And that's it, the EMP blade combo. Even with that nano boost, Matt, it did its job, especially when Sato was in the mix.
You're still dwindling clock here, though.
Yeah.
You're Boston. You can't be too upset with this.
No way. I mean, you've shaved about 2.5 minutes off the clock here for Philly, if not more. In fact, more than that. So you're pleased.
Feel good about that.
Boston Uprising now. Step up to the point. Neutral charge there. A sound barrier for the Philly Fusion. Blase is down, and that self-destruct over the top. Doesn't find much. RCK was trying to slow the Fusion down, but they will not be denied. Fusions in the corner now. Shield, bubble, everything thrown on him, and it's still not enough to keep him on his feet. Now the Transcendence comes in. Persia got that in the space of one fight. It's a big credit to the man. And now Hex is going to come in with the Graviton Surge, but it's too late in the day. There wasn't enough follow-up damage to make the grab worthwhile. Blase eventually is going to be ground down by Carpe, and RCK is just trying to make himself scarce, try and stay alive. Shadow from us, Sato, should I say, went about as far as Timbuktu and about as close to anyone in particular, but it doesn't matter. The Boston Uprising are going to be shunted off here, but that clock is still dwindling. If Boston can get Philly down to 0, it will be big. Don't think that's going to be possible, but still, somehow, the Boston's 4A. Okay, you want to hit those. That might have been the end of Fusions there if it connected that chain hook, but now the Philly Fusion have to rotate back to the point. Fusions is attempting to capture. He's currently hacked, so he can't turn it to the ball. And Persia is just leapt upon there as he tried to make his way through. Boston had to split their team up, and Persia doesn't have rocket boosters. He doesn't have wings. He can't follow the rest of it. But he's been kept healed up by Kellex. Sato's down, though. The Philly Fusion is trying to make a decision. It's time to face the music. But they have to pressure on a Boston who are sat very comfortably in the small alcove, and another immortality field is thrown up. Poco's Meg is taken down. Philly have the touchdown, but they're halted into the middle, and EQO takes a huge amount of damage. Poco off to the side. Boombox, it's divide and conquer, and Boston, they look very good at it. Tank mode configuration for Blase, but he's knocked off at the edge here. Hex has gone down towards Carpe. It's just Sato and Carpe right now, just the two of them. Self-destruct from RCK. Sato's able to avoid it for the time being, but he's halted off the point. And the draw on this map is so good for Boston. They only need to win one more map out of the next two. Pressure now on for Philly, Matt.
And Philly actually got some action that looked good there. They forced him in the side room. They get a halt and a hook combo, but Kellex behind enemy lines. Carpe knows that. Both players trying to lurk, find each other. Oh, RCK almost got hacked there off on Carpe.
Boston don't have a lot of space here, though. Sato, knocked to the ground. Could be in trouble. Both the infusions are very low, so they trade out main tanks. But it's Blase falling after the fact. It should be a little bit more concerning for Boston. And Kellex follows. That's 2 supports down.
Yeah, Carpe doing work. I mean, you see 85% to his EMP and counting RCK.
Swinging at Mace is very close to actually revealing Carpe. That Carpe got EMP, though. Great sound barrier. Neptuno comes in after, but they lay a support ults, Matt. They go for the Transcendence and the sound barrier. If they still lose this fight, that would be completely disgraceful. RCK down, they trade out. Sato's missing now. It's going to be a main take advantage for the Boston crew. And Poco on the higher ground. I mean, yeah, you're looking pretty good up there. I see you working out, but you don't really have anyone else to help you here. The rest of your team are going to be forced to the low ground.
You might be able to do this, though. You come in, you EMP, Poco grabs from the high ground. You have a chance. There's the grab, there's the EMP.
Oh, it's a disaster! Sato comes in with a double fire strike kill, and Philly after layering support ultimates. I cannot believe it. They come back in with a 1-2 punch, and it's over. Just like that.
They did a good job. They knew they could give up a hit. You had Poco.
They put Boston in the attacker's position, which in turn makes it a bit harder for RCK to get a ton of value. Persia's down early again. Not ideal, but Boombox is traded out on that high ground. Both teams are missing their Zenyatas. Big chunk of their healing. Also those Discord orbs. So those Reinhardts here will have a tougher time getting rid of one another, except for Sato. Fusion's got knocked down, so that was set up there, of course, by EQO with the shield bash, and then Sato charges the prone Reinhardt. Yeah, Kellex is done. The Fusion have got this one. And this is fantastic. Great recovery from Philly. And this means that map 4 is going to be the decider in this series. What a way to bounce back after a frustrating draw in map 2. Yeah. this is trouble for Boston, for sure. Sato, quite happy to see here on charge up. Boombox is very close to a Transcendence. He was actually knocked to the ground here. He needs a chance to pick himself up, and he can. Fusion's trying to go for a shatter, and if Boston had followed up on towards Boombox, they could have stopped this Transcendence, but now it comes.
Rally
the Philadelphia Fusion get more aggressive. EQO, 2 rallies in one fight. Don't mind if I do.
Oh, the grab.
Blase, Crush, another grab goes by the wayside for Color Hex, and the Zarya for the Uprising has been essentially invisible.
Carpe, I mean, it's so good just being able to chunk down from the high ground above.
Both grabs online now. Fusion drops the bubble here. Both teams playing very carefully. Here's the primal now from Sato. We held on to it for as long as he could. Color Hex need to hit a big grab. They catch Sato this time. He actually got him. And the Transcendence is a little bit too late, but there's a trade. Kelex goes down. Self-destruct gun is in over the top, and it doesn't affect anyone inside the grab. The Boston Uprising put down a bubble as Fusion's protecting his team, but now he's left them. He's gone to the high ground, and Blase and Color Hex get cut down. Fusions wasn't there to protect them. Big brother wasn't home. And the bullies have come. Now Fusions gets himself a sound barrier, but it's just Kelex and RCK left on the payload, and just a little slip has cost Boston the series. Philadelphia Fusion, a bit of vindication for them now on a very difficult stage. They stay above 500, but for Boston, it has been the week from hell.
It is a rough week for the Boston Uprising, but from halftime on, Philadelphia looked great with a full hold on Hollywood behind Carpe. I mean, Philly is a team that you don't want to see at the end of the season. The HP player of the match is going to be Carpe from the Philly Fusion. I thought his Sombra was very effective on Hollywood. Definitely got the better of the Sombra matchup on that map, especially, you know, when they played it on the defensive side. You really like the Sombra on the defense here on Hollywood. And you know, in the final map where you needed the good Zarya play, you got it.
Yeah, definitely well-deserving player of match presented by Omen by HP. The Zarya, very solid. We didn't see any sort of wonky grabs from him. It was very consistent. I was kind of sad that we didn't really get to see him really dominate when he switched to the Widowmaker. You know, saw him play on attack.
Check out our website at AkshonEsports.com to stay up to date on the latest matches, highlights, and more. From scores, match history, and specific game info, we've got you covered for all things Overwatch esports. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out our channel for more action-packed content. Also, like and share this video, and click the subscribe button to join our notification squad. Thanks for watching.